Mark, RPM Tesla, aftermarket accessories. We finally are releasing the Model Y carbon fiber upper door caps. Now these are the door caps or the upper sections in the Model Ys that sit in the back seat like this and the front seat. And they're contoured and they match perfectly. You can see this is one before installation. This is one after. They look great. We have them in glossy carbon, also matte carbon. So what we're going to do is just show you how to install it on the front door. Back door is almost exactly the same. Obviously, you're going to use the same method. So if we take a look at this side, you're going to see all the double-sided tape. So this is a 3M VHB tape. This is going to hold the cap to your vinyl upper door panels. So if you look here, you can see how it's going to fit right on there. So all we got to do is prepare it and get it ready, and then we're going to show you how to install it. Okay, first thing we got to do is we got to clean the door panels. We have to get all the dirt, grease, oil, anything off of here that could interfere with the bonding of the tape. So I always like to spray rubbing alcohol on a towel or any kind of degreaser and clean the black area where it's going to go. It evaporates super fast. Okay, that's the first step. Second step is we're going to take the little speaker off the front of here because on the front door we have to tuck it underneath. So just take the speaker and lift it up like this, back and forth, and let it just hang right down. That's interesting. Sometimes the wires aren't connected, even when we do chrome deletes. So make sure your wire's connected. And this is the front little tweeter. And we're going to let it hang right there. We're going to spray this, and we're going to slide the cap on. So the next step is to take all of the red tape off. So before we do that, we're going to treat this with adhesive promoter. So adhesive promoter is a real nice primer that's designed to help double-sided tape hold better. So we're going to give you some of these inside of a packet, and you just want to wipe it on the entire door area. It goes on wet. It dries very fast, and we should give you 2 in each pack, or maybe even 4. And the primer smells pretty crazy, but it really helps bond the tape to whatever you're sticking it to. So here's this one. And again, we've already cleaned it and prepped it. See how it's wet, but it dries real quick. Just cover the whole surface, around the sides, around the top, any area where it's going to mate. All right, now that's going to dry, but if for some reason it's soaking wet, let it dry for 30 seconds. And now is your last chance to decide if you want to buy this or not. So we always encourage you to do not take the red tape off, to do a dry test fit. Put it right on, see how it's going to fit, see how it's going to go right up and stick on, put it in place, and then once you're satisfied with that, we start pulling off all the red tape on the back. So we've already got most of it off. There's one last piece. And you want to pick it off and slide it right off. Now, in order to put this on nice and evenly and consistently in the exact place it's been designed for, we need to be able to lubricate it. So we call this a wet installation. So you're going to need some more rubbing alcohol. Spray it generously across the door panel, just like this. Make it nice and consistent. And then take your panel and hook it around this side. Rest it down on there. Now come around the front. And we're just going to slide it right on. So it's just giving us a little bit of lubrication so we can put it exactly where we want it. And then with a towel, you want to make sure you're good on this edge over here while it's still wet. So this is your only chance to make small adjustments. Make sure you're riding right down the window line. And now we're going to apply pressure. So check it out on this end. Everything's gonna stick and bond. Just have to put lots of pressure on it. Now come up here and just keep on activating the pressure sensitive adhesive tape. This is that 3M tape. And you'll see it starts to grab. It starts to grab right away as the alcohol evaporates. And it's going to only grab more and more and more as time goes by. So to get comfortable, just keep applying pressure. And if you're lined up here and you're lined up here, you'll be lined up all the way down here, all the way down the side, right around this curve radius, all the way down the edge of the door, all these areas where we have designed this to fit perfect. And it takes pressure. So you'll notice the RPM ticking sound we talk about, and that seems to go away as the tape starts to grab. So now you notice that it's sticking to the side better. This is all bonding. This side looks great. I'm going to put my speaker back in. And again, there's only one hook on the top of the speaker. So it just goes straight down like this with a hook over the back side, and it locks right into place. And now keep applying more pressure. You stay there. The side panels really need it. And then we've got some black tape all cut up in pieces. And if you're doing this in your garage, somewhere like that where you don't have the weather to deal with or wind, we suggest you use some tape to help it bond. And if you can keep the windows down, it makes this the easiest. So let's show you now how we're going to secure all this down with our black tape. All right, so we like Gorilla Tape, any kind of painter's tape, strong tape. And we like to go over, like I mentioned, if you can keep the window down, it'll make this very easy to install, because you're going to be putting the tape on here and pulling it towards the car. So this is putting a little pressure on it, tearing it off. Same thing here. So we're putting outward pressure on the top of the door. And then we're going to do one down here now. So this is going to be starting at the top. And we're going to be putting downward pressure here, all the way here. Just like that. So this vinyl in white cars or Alcantara in other cars is a little critical to hold on to. We just want a little bit of pressure. See right here? All this is going to stick down when the alcohol fully evaporates. So we're going to do like a little part 2 on this later on. Same thing here, just a little bit of pressure. So now this is down, no gaps. And again, we just want a little bit of pressure so that tape will bond. Then a couple more over the top, and then we're going to let it all dry. Just like this. And you don't want to distort it as well, but you just want to just get a little bit of moderate pressure on it. And these are our new GT carbon fiber mirror caps that are coming out late May. Glossy and matte with a little bit of BMW influence. So I'm gonna go on this side. Let's see what I'm doing. I'm doing the last one on this panel. Again, stretch it and push it down. Now all the panel is touching all the way across. I just don't want to spend hours, or I should say many minutes, applying pressure. I want the tape to do its job, and I don't want to keep on pushing hard. So now this is all down, lots of contact. And then now we're gonna go over here and look at that side. And you'll notice on the inside of the door, where the door closes, there's a nice spot there. We designed it to cover up all of the vinyl upper panel perfectly. So same thing here. I'll put a piece on there and just pull it around here. Again, all we're trying to do is help the promoter, or promoting the promoter to adhere to the double-sided tape. So I got pressure on here, pressure all the way across. And then again, you could always just use your towel, or it's best to leave it taped down because the tape does require 24 to 72 hours to fully bond. But as long as all your gaps are covered, this is gonna dry nicely. And again, you don't have to have it on the top if you need to roll your windows up. But it's nice to kind of ensure that you're gonna get a nice line right on this edge, right on the edge there. So then you roll the window up and down, you don't see any of the vinyl. So anyway, that's about it. Now for the back door, back straight up, bro. For the back door, everything is the same, except there is no speaker to take off. So you can see we installed this one right out of the prototype mold about a month ago. And look, there's no flexing in it. It's sticking all the way against it. So trust me, it does dry out. It does hold great. There's no issues. The tape just loves to stick, even in the heat. And again, you can see like when the window's up, how nice it'll look with that edge like this, all the way down and wrapped around this side. Same thing. All right. Yeah, they sure look great. And honestly, in my Model 3, I have my arm up on mine all the time, as well as my armrest. And again, we have the carbon fiber seat backs in here. So we do have these in stock as well for the Model 3 and the Model Y. They are the same seats, at least at this point in mid-2021. So again, carbon fiber seat backs, real dry molded carbon fiber. Looks great. Love the contours, the angles. Really is a nice match. And the way it goes around, notice this here, the way it follows the upper black panel. So if you have black Alcantara here or white, it just really seems to match great. Okay, so I'm gonna close it up and then we'll get some pictures of this showing everybody after we take the tape off. And again, how to do it. You want to hold it down and pull the tape off. So we'll finish shooting this in a day or so. And again, making sure that all the contacts being made. Thanks again, RPM Tesla Aftermarket Accessories. Model Y, carbon fiber door panel caps in stock. And, oh, did you see this? Doesn't that look great? Carbon fiber steering wheel. You got the carbon fiber stocks, turn signal accents, our new bezel shade covers, dashboard pieces, and a lot more items coming out soon. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate your time.